witches. It's Taya and Luna. She's having a little nap, and it has been a while. How y'all doing? Hope you're good. It has been just over 2 weeks since I've posted a video, and I guess this is sort of the authenticity part, is I had some life going on. So I have been on the waiting list 4 years now for from start to finish for having pelvic floor reconstructive surgery after having my 2 kids. And yeah, so I was supposed to have the surgery in January, and then they were sort of delayed, and then COVID hit. And then I saw the surgeon again in August, and she was like, oh yeah, it'll probably be end of September, beginning of October. I never heard from them. So I'm like, whatever, it'll probably be in the new year, right? Like COVID stuff is amping up, blah, blah, blah. So middle of November, I got a call saying, hey, your surgery's going to be in a week and a half. And I had to go and do like pre-appointments and get all the stuff ready to do surgery, which just threw me into just stressed out mode. And I have an anxiety disorder. I was diagnosed just over 8 years ago. And so yeah, it really just kicked in that anxiety, and I was not having any fun. And fun, well, this is what I do for fun. I make videos for YouTube. And so this really kind of, I wasn't having fun. I just was like, no, don't want fun. Can't deal with it. So YouTube had to wait. So yeah, no stories, no videos, but I was still sort of connected to my practice throughout all this. And in fact, I'm really pleased. Some of the changes that I've made lately really helped me get through this kind of anxiety period, with my practice actually being a sort of a touchstone, a real important touchstone of getting me through this period. So right before this all happened, I had moved my altar. Where I'm sitting right now is where my altar used to be. It is no more because I've moved it downstairs into my office. So I work from home. I'm in my office quite a bit all day. Right, I got a little side hustle there, and that's sort of my mundane thing that I do. And I'm in and out of my office, and I've got my planner in there, and I've got all my, like, you know, lists all my house chores and stuff. So I'm constantly in and out of my office all day. And I decided to move my altar and put it right sort of like, boop, if this was my desk that I'm sitting at, this is my altar right here. And I decided that that would be sort of a good idea to sort of make it a little more accessible throughout the day. And oh, I am so glad I did that. It has made it so simple that I'm sitting at my desk, I'm working on something, I have like a thought, something that needs to, you know, happen in my more magical space. I just wheel my chair over, and there I am. I'm ready to go. So one of the things that I've always wanted to do was this a week ahead reading every kind of Sunday, to do a week ahead reading for, you know, what do I need to know? What's important for me to know for the week coming up? And I usually use like my Oracle deck for that. And it's always been a like, oh, do I haul all like my, you know, do I haul all the books upstairs, or like I'll do it upstairs on my altar, and then I do it in my little like witchcraft journal, but then that doesn't sit downstairs with me, so then I never really look at it again. And so this way I'm there, I've got my planner, which I'll talk about in a second. I've got my planner at my desk. I just write my, like in the weekly spread, I just write down, you know, it's right there. Everything just connects. It's so great. So I go ahead, and that's really been a huge help. The other thing in that planner is I keep not just my regular everyday stuff, but I also have been keeping more my witchy stuff in there as well. So I work with the Spirit Daughter new moon and full moon workbooks. And so like as an example, my surgery was November 30th. That was the Gemini full moon an eclipse on November 30th. And typically I think I'd be saying, well, you know what, I'm having major surgery, I'm just gonna skip this one, right? Like whatever. But because I have all of my stuff right there where I am anyways, I kept working in that workbook, you know, right up until I had to go in for surgery. So right up until Sunday night. Monday I went for surgery. Tuesday I came home, and I mean, it's pelvic floor surgery. It's not like it's gonna knock you on your butt, right? So I'm still walking around and, you know, up and mobile during the day. I'm in my office checking things out. What do I, you know, need to be doing in there? And boom, my full moon workbook is like right there. And so I managed to like, well, it didn't happen the night of the full moon. I did manage to, you know, finish up that workbook and actually work with all the energies that were in, you know, in the days following. And so it was really nice that I was able to sort of keep that up with me. You know, another thing I do in the planner is in the new moon workbooks, she does sort of a month ahead, like an astrological sort of, you know, this is conjuncting with this and this is what it's going to mean on this day. So I take that information and I put it into a little calendar, so when I'm setting up each week, I can go and sort of reference that calendar and make those references in my week, so I know, oh, that day something astrological is happening. I can go and look it up and sort of read what's that going to mean for my day. So again, it just sort of ties the witchiness into my everyday. So I'll probably do a video on that, because basically back in October, I got myself a happy planner. I needed some type of a planner system just for keeping track of like my household stuff, a few little like tasks for my side business and all that kind of stuff. And I just thought it'd be nice to have a planner, and I watched some planner videos on YouTube, of course, and saw this happy planner. And then they do all these cool stickers and like, you know, all this beautiful planning. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it. It like speaks to my craftiness, but it speaks to my plannerness. And I got myself a happy planner. And let's just say that's been life-changing. With A, getting things done, and B, bringing that witchiness again into my everyday life. So I'm really pleased that I got through this period. While I wasn't able to share with you guys during the last few weeks, I have been able to keep up that witchcraft practice. In fact, it's been just as good as ever, and I'm really pleased that throughout all of this really difficult time that I've had, I've managed to keep up with that sort of minimum practice. So yeah, I'm just working on bringing the witchcraft into every day. And yeah, that's a little update about where I've been, I guess. So here's the awkward ending part. We'll see you again on Friday. I'm going to post a Folklore Friday. We're going to go do a fable from Scotland and sort of see what we can take from that to work into our everyday practice, a few lessons to learn, if you will. And otherwise, I should be back on track. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Woo woo. Mwah. Thanks, guys.